Less than 1 year ago, Ryan Bowen and Engin Terzi were set to face each other at East vs West 4. Due to unfortunate circumstances, the match never happened. Fast forward 1 year, and Engin Terzi and Ryan Bowen are at it again. But this time, it's off the table. So the hot topic in arm wrestling today is live commentaries. And by today, I really mean every 3 to 4 months, anytime there's an event. To fill you in super quick and to catch you up on what's going on, let me start with this. Essentially, the greatest promotion in all of arm wrestling today is the East vs West promotion, put on by Engin Terzi in Istanbul, Turkey. Enter in YouTube channels. Now, a popular trend among YouTubers is to buy the pay-per-view and offer a live commentary and a play-by-play of each individual match. Now, they don't show any footage or audio, but they kind of offer up exactly what's going on during the match. Now, the problem arises when Engin Terzi goes to social media and he kindly asks the YouTubers to cut it out in hopes that this will boost the pay-per-view numbers. However, there's been a little bit of pushback among the YouTubers as to whether this is a good thing for the community and a good thing to grow arm wrestling as a whole, or is a bad thing. So here's my thoughts. Let me just say that without a doubt, East vs West is by far the greatest arm wrestling promotion in the history of the world. We have never seen this many super matches at that high of a level all under one roof, ever, in the history of the sport. Now, as a fan of the sport and as someone who wants to see the sport rise and get more attention, I encourage every single person who watches this video, please go buy the pay-per-view. We want the athletes to get paid more, and we want to ensure that these events keep happening forever. Without the sales and without the funding for these events, the events are going to stop and we're not going to have any of it anymore. And for the level of the athletes competing, it is absolutely the best bang for your buck of any event that you'll watch. If you really can't afford it, I just suggest that you get together with a friend and maybe split it and watch together. Problem solved. And if you don't have any friends, well, now you know how I feel. I promise you $15 or $16 will not make you broke. And on the flip side of this, we got the YouTubers. And if I'm being 100% honest, I don't necessarily think they're hurting the pay-per-view sales. They're simply commentating and giving an analysis of what's going on. They're offering a play-by-play to those who won't buy the pay-per-view or else who can't afford to watch the pay-per-view. Or maybe they're just hopping in super quick, they're working that day and they just want to find out the results from an individual match. Now, this is my personal opinion, but I don't believe the people who are actually watching the live commentaries were going to buy the pay-per-view anyway. I think they're just looking for something free to watch so they're not out of the loop. These are likely the same people who are never going to pay for it. They're going to wait for it to come on YouTube and watch it for free anyway. Now, the number one reason why I don't have a huge issue with this is, firstly, I'm not the promoter. If I was, I would 100% be on the inside. So let's get that clear. However, the reality of the situation is literally every other sport offers the exact same thing. You can watch football, basketball, soccer, hockey, UFC, golf, anything you name it, you can watch it, a live commentary on YouTube, or you can look up the live score online or on a betting app, anytime in real time, for every single event. I actually remember when I was 15, my sister and I used to sit at the computer and we watched a text play-by-play be typed out on the computer screen because we were young and we couldn't afford to watch NFL ourselves. And at that age, we weren't able to fork out the money to buy cable. Now, I don't want to speculate too much, but I'm guessing that a lot of these people watching the commentaries are young, they might not have credit cards, they have no way to actually access the pay-per-view, but they still want to know what's going on with the sport. And I can't blame them for that. And at the same time, literally every other sport has live results available online on the internet, on betting apps and sports apps, and you can find the results anytime, anywhere. And if arm wrestling is going to grow to that point, it's going to be no different. So if we're not showing the footage, they're just showing the audio, they're just commentating, I don't have a huge deal with it. The last thing I want to say on the issue is that live commentary, in some strange way, might actually be good for the sport. When you get guys like Uncle John, Pradeep, Aussie arm wrestlers, Ryan Bowen, who are passionate about the sport and invested and excited, and you listen to him commentate, it actually gets you a little bit excited. I know for myself, the times I've actually listened to it, it's made me really realize that I'm missing out because I don't want to watch them. I want to watch the real event. As the viewer watching these commentaries, without a doubt, you know that you are definitely missing out. It's like you're sitting in a chair and someone's describing the taste of food to you without you actually being able to experience it yourself. It's not the same thing. In a way, it can actually be fun to listen to them react to the matches live. And maybe this is me being just a little bit optimistic, but I actually think that the excitement that they give off will actually encourage people to buy the pay-per-view the next time. I know anytime I've watched it, it made me really feel like I was missing out. And I was. So I'm just saying it's possible that through the experience of watching, it might actually encourage them to buy the next pay-per-view. I don't know. It's possible. Now, like I said before in my original statement, if you guys can afford the pay-per-view, I strongly suggest that you buy it. The more people who buy it, the more greater events Engin will keep putting on. But if he's taking a loss in money, they're gonna stop. And we cannot have that. So let's make sure these events remain profitable. Skip McDonald's and Starbucks for one day and boom, it's paid for. Alright guys, that's all from me. Now I want to hear from you. Let me know, am I totally wrong about this? Am I right about this? Do you agree, disagree, whatever. Leave a comment, let me know what you think. Are you on Engin's side? Are you on the side of the YouTubers? I can honestly understand both sides. Also, let me know if you've already purchased the pay-per-view event, and let me know which match you're most excited for. Honestly, these matches are all so good, it's really costing you money not to buy it. And as always guys, thanks for watching.